Allahumma barik wa salli wa sallim nahmadu nusalli ala rasulil karim amma ba. Uthman ibn Abdullah ibn Aus al-Takafi radiyallahu an narrates from his grandfather that Rasulullah SAW said reciting the Quran from memory is 1,000 times more rewarding, while reading the Quran from the book increases it up to 2,000 times. Uthman ibn Abdullah ibn al-Takafi radiyallahu an narrates that from his grandfather that Rasulullah SAW said reciting the Quran from memory is 1,000 times more rewarding, while reading the Quran from the book increases it up to 2,000 times. Many blessings of Hafiz have been described before. In this hadith, however, preference is shown to reading from the written Quran as compared to reciting it from memory, because reading from the book is not only conducive to deeper understanding and meditation, but also includes several other devotional acts, such as looking into the Quran and touching it, etc. The difference in the apparent meanings of the various hadiths has led to a difference of opinion among the scholars of hadith as to whether reading from the written Quran is better than reciting it from memory. By reason of the above hadith, and because reading from the book safeguards against making mistake and includes the virtuous acts of looking at the book, some scholars give preference to reading by looking into the book. By reason of other hadith, and because reciting from memory is conducive to greater devotion and free from show, and because this was the way of recitation of Nabi SAW himself, some scholars consider that reciting from memory is preferable. Imam Nawawi rahmatullahi has decided that the preference between the two depends upon the individual. Some people concentrate and meditate better while reading from the book, while others do so while reciting from memory. Therefore, reading from the book is preferable for some and reciting from memory for others. Hafiz rahmatullahi has favored this interpretation in his book Fathul Bari. He said that on account of excessive reading by Uthman radiyallahu anhu, two scripts of the Quran got torn up. Amr ibn Maimun rahmatullahi has mentioned in Shari'ah that the one who opens the Quran after Fajr Salah and reads 1,000 ayat, 100 ayat, gets a reward as large as the entire world. Reading the Quran by looking into it is reported to be beneficial for eyesight. Abi Ubaidah radiyallahu anhu has narrated a lengthy hadith in which each narrator of the hadith says that he had some trouble with his eyes and that his teacher bade him to recite the Quran by looking into it. Imam Shafi'i rahmatullahi often used to open the Quran after Isha Salat and close it only a little before Fajr Salat. Abdullah ibn Umar radiyallahu anhu narrated Rasulullah SAW said, hearts gets rusted as does iron with water. Someone asked what could cleanse hearts again. Rasulullah SAW said, remembering death often and reciting the Quran. May Allah give us tawfiq to put all this into practice and convey to others. Subhanallahi wa bihamdihi, subhanakallahumma bihamdika, asyhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamun al mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Taqabbalallah.